All right, guys, we're going to get starting here in a minute.
Also, right up here. You got 3?
Hi, how are you? Good. Hey, how are you?
This is my girlfriend. Hi. Nice to meet you. This is Lisa. Hi. This is
Sounds good. All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming tonight. Greatly appreciated. About you? Yes, sir. Ready to roll? Absolutely. Yes. Fantastic. All right. Got a very special guest tonight. Oh wait, that's me. I'm going to be doing it. Thanks for coming tonight. I'm humbled and honoured to be here, share with you some stuff that I think is just incredible and exciting for this evening. Trevor, joining us? Yes. Excellent. Good to have you, Trevor.
Thanks. Good to be here.
Okay. My name's Andrew Harley. As you can tell, I'm not from around here. Yeah, there's a long joke between me and John. I grew up in a little town called Sydney. Has anyone heard of Sydney? You haven't heard of it? Yeah. It's a little town a little bit further south of there. Texas, yes, that's right. A little bit further, but actually more to the southwest, so more in the California. So, kind of down on the Tijuana. That's right. It's very easy to get Sydney and Tijuana confused. I always get those two confused. Yeah. More importantly, though, I grew up on the back end of the industrial age, effectively. Believe it or not, I know it's probably hard. You guys are probably going to find it hard to believe, but I'm actually going to be 50 this year, which is hard.
I don't.
And Matthew, can you believe that?
I cannot believe that.
Can you believe I'm actually going to be 50? But I grew up, and I say back into the industrial age, because what I was looking at is that the traditional path that is still being laid out for us. Go to high school, go to college for 4 years, work for 40 years, and everything will be right. Okay. Well, I first began working in, and I've done that. In fact, I've been to college twice. I've got 2 degrees. One degree is as an undergraduate degree in geology. Second degree is a PhD in a field called geochemistry, which is the study of chemistry of the earth. So I decided to go back and do it twice because I had so much fun the first time, and that the corporate experience was so much better. So I go back and get better education, then we have a better corporate experience. It didn't really work out that way. The first corporate job I actually had, though, was an employee-owned company. It was a large company. It was a couple of thousand people, but it was an employee-owned company. And it was actually a great company to work for because we all had a common goal. We were all working. We took the benefits out of the company. It was for the employees. It was wonderful. About 6 years into that job, and that's how I got to the US in the first place. It was an American company. I was working for them in Australia. I had the opportunity to come in and work in the US. About 6 years into my tenure with that company, though, they went public. They went from being an employee-owned company to basically being run by bean counters or accountants. And suddenly things changed very much. It was my first real experience of watching a company that is designed to do one thing and one thing only, which is to deliver value to its shareholders. At that point, the employee experience didn't really work. So this started in the mid-90s. by this stage. Went back to Australia. That's why I went back and did my PhD. I finished my PhD. Went back into the corporate world. Luckily, found myself another couple of employee-owned companies that I worked for. Great experience. Like working from the same experience. My beautiful wife and I, Sue, moved back in 2006. Sue grew up here in Evergreen, so that explains why I'm actually here in Evergreen. But in 2006, since then, I've been working in the corporate corporate model. I'm fairly high up. I am actually. I saw the figure based on my salary. I'm actually in the top 10% wage earners in the United States. I didn't realize this quite recently. I got plenty of money. The problem is, I don't have any time. I work 60, 70, 80 hours. I'm on call all the time, 24 hours a day with emails and cell phones. I'm expected to be to be on call. I haven't taken a vacation in how long? Since we've been back. And the other thing is that I'm working with people I don't really want to work with. It's an unusual experience. And really, I've watched. In the 20 years I've been, or 25 years I've been involved in the corporate world, I've seen a real evolution in corporations on a couple of different levels. Basically 70% of people in a corporate job are disengaged. They're there, they just get by. As Les Brown says, they work just enough to get paid, and the company pays you just enough not to leave. So it's that kind of environment. As I get further up the food chain, I also see how vicious that becomes. In fact, Sue can probably attest to that. March was probably one of the worst months I've ever had in the corporate world. I was under character assassination. I had to defend myself. I was undermined. That was a very, very rough decision. I also look at the people above me. Where do I go further up the management food chain? They're miserable. They're miserable, and they're vicious. They're vindictive. It's a very, very difficult environment. So, where I am financially, I'd probably have to work another 20 years before I could retire. And I was thinking, do I really want to do this for 20 years? And I don't. I'm, I don't. I definitely.
You make it sound really enticing.
Is it? Well, Matthew, you can come work for me anytime you want, Matthew. You sure? It's a lot of fun. So about 15 months ago, December of 2013, I made a decision. It's like, I got to do something different. I need to be looking at different ways of making money. Because let's face it, the industrial age is done. The way that we have traditionally worked is done. The way we work, the way we get paid is no longer really effective. I don't know if we're in the information age or the digital age, but we're certainly in a sharing economy, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about that today. So, what I came across, and I spent a lot of time actually researching this. As I said, I got a PhD. I can be a real nerd when I need to be, so I like to research stuff. That's what I like to do. So I really researched what are the other business models out there that can actually work. One of the ones that has been around actually for decades, but since actually about 2008, 2009, since the global financial crisis, it is something that is gaining more and more, not just legitimacy, but it's becoming more and more prevalent in our industry, and that's network marketing, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. So I'm going to talk a little bit about network marketing and what that is, and how we can shift how we're doing business in the traditional way to a different way of doing business, which is on the basis of leverage. So, how many people here actually work on an hourly wage of some description? Hourly. Sorry, hourly. Is that the
Hourly.
hourly? Can you translate for me, Trevor?
Stand up and translate.
Yeah, that's right. I think someone do sign language. To make it out. Okay. So, how does an hourly wage work for an hourly wage? What does it do? Okay. All right. So if you get paid, you work 40 hours, you get paid 40 hours. That's right. Okay. All right. And then plus overtime. So in that case, if you're working 41 hours, you get actually paid 1.5 hours. Is that right? Okay. So that's a form of leveraging, but it takes a fair bit of time. Doesn't it? So if you're not working though, do you get paid? No. Nice try. I mean, I was waiting. I thought, hang on, you're going to blow my whole, my whole concept here. So that's our mentality. Get a job, get paid, work 40 hours, get paid 40 hours. As I said, I'm in a fairly senior position, so I actually expect to work 60, 70, 80 hours and still only get paid for 40. So I'm getting behind the 8 ball on that. But that's the general concept. So what I want to talk about in network marketing is there are two components within network marketing that we don't actually have within a corporate environment. The first one is leverage. The second one is duplication. The concept of leverage is within network marketing is that instead of actually working, let's say, 40 hours and getting paid for 40 hours. In network marketing, we can work 5 to 10 initially and get paid initially for about 20 hours. Then, as we start getting more effective, and I'll explain this in a minute, start working 5 to 10, then we start working getting paid for 40 hours. Then we're doing this 5 to 10 hours, we're getting paid for 100 hours. And then once we get really good at doing this business, we get paid for 300 hours. So how does that work? So there are people that I haven't met today. Okay, so Susan has invited 2 guests today. So in the hour and a half, 2 hours that it took today, there are 2 people that I'm now talking to. So I've leveraged Susan's work to do a presentation for 2 people. So I've now not leveraged her time, the effort she's putting in. I've leveraged the network. I wouldn't have met you 2 if it wasn't for Susan. So this is the essence of network marketing. Does that make sense? Same with Rob. Rob's 3 people I haven't met. Well, I've met you before, but basis. I've leveraged Rob's network. I've leveraged Rob's time, Rob's education, Rob's skills to get here. Same with Matt. Matt's introduced me to people. I don't know what Trevor's doing.
Mary.
Oh, you and Trevor?
Mary. No, she's a thing.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Well, Alice, Alice is going great. Actually, Trevor's doing great, picking on him just because I can. So I'm leveraging both the hours and the network and the time. So we'll spend about an hour today. But I'm doing a presentation to what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys, 6, 7, 8, 9 people. 9 people who do it. So in the space of an hour, I'll actually do it effectively in 9 hours worth of work. Okay, but I've leveraged people's time and people's network to do it, and that is the essence of network marketing. Does that make sense? Is that kind of you got your head around it? It isn't much more complicated than that. There are some numbers to go with it, but that's effectively it. The beauty of network marketing is that anyone can do it. Network marketing leverages the playing field. Okay. Another example I use of leveraging is that I'm a geologist by trade. As I said, I currently work in a fair bit of mining, but I've done a fair bit of oil and gas. So if you go out and drill a well once, it keeps on going for years. You keep getting paid over and over again. But anyone got a cool 10, 15 million lying around to drill a well?
No.
No. Great concept. We're just taking that concept with very little investment, very little initial upfront capital, and very little skill set. Anyone can do it, and this is the levels of playing field. Network marketing allows us to play the game of the big boys. We can be the Trumps, we can be the Bransons, we can be those people, but we can do it, and that is the beauty of network marketing. What I'm going to talk about. Oh, I thought you had a question, John. I thought I'd engaged you. I'm like, wow.
You did engage me.
Oh, good.
Just a little hair issue.
I hate that. I hate having a hair issue.
You and me both.
What I'm going to talk about tonight is a company called Longevity. Within network marketing, Longevity is one of the best kept secrets in the network marketing field. If anyone, those people who are new today, have you heard Longevity before today? If you go out in the street and you ask 20 people, I guarantee you, none of them are going to heard of Longevity. And yet, it's been around for 18 years. It is a well-established company. It is an established company that's been around for 18 years, but it's got the feel of a startup. The problem with a lot of network companies. So, can anyone name me like a well-known network marketing company? Mary Kay. Avon, Amway, Melaleuca. Okay, all of those companies, they're mature. Okay, most of the growth has already happened. There's a couple of other there's a lot of new companies that come on, but like any other business, network marketing is no different to the vagrancies of the business world. A lot of network marketers that come on are generally gone within 2 to 5 years. And it's no different from any other businesses. Longevity sits within the middle of that. It is an established company. It's a publicly traded company. It owns its own buildings. It is a mature company, but it has the feel of a startup. And that's the beauty, and that's the excitement of it. The first 15 years went from about $0 to $20 million. Any company that does that, that's a pretty good company. Okay, and regardless of the business model, that's a pretty good company. In the last 3 years, we've gone from 20 million to 135 million. 140 million. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? 143. So we've gone and suddenly we're going up there. And what was the number? 143. Okay, that's 143 million. We're on. The management structure is in place, and that's why we brought new management on at that point. The management structure is in place to take us to $1 billion. So I'll explain a little bit more about that in a minute. So this is why this is an incredible opportunity right now, is that we have a lot of excitement around it. So what is Longevity? Longevity is the mission and vision of the company's founder, Dr. Joel Wallach. Dr. Joel Wallach grew up on a farm in Missouri and became very interested in animal nutrition, plant nutrition, soil nutrition, and went to the University of Missouri, got an undergraduate degree in agriculture, and then a postgraduate degree in veterinary science, specializing in nutrition of animals. From there, began to work with large exotic animals, like elephants, hippopotamuses, giraffes. That aspect. Worked with zoos, and ended up in Africa, working with on the White Rhino project, trying to preserve the White Rhino project. This was in the 60s. Trying to support and help those. So got a lot of groundbreaking information on wild, basically exotic animals. From there, came back to the United States and was involved in the National Institute of Health grant, about $7.5 million back in the late 60s, early 70s, which was a lot of money at that stage. What that grant was doing, what that research program was doing, was trying to see what effect did pollution have on exotic animals. Could we be looking at diseases and illnesses within zoo animals that could be an indicator for human disease? And the hypothesis leading into it was that, again, this is 60s, 70s. We're starting to get the essence of the impact of pollution on life. So the impact, okay, we know we've got increase in pollution. Is it affecting the animals? Can we be looking at human health? So what Dr. Wallach was doing was doing autopsies of animals that died, and also was doing autopsies on humans that died in the same area. And were there any correlations between the two? So he spent the best part of 12 years looking at that type of correlation, trying to look for that pollution. Was there an indicator that was causing human deaths? What he ended up finding is it wasn't the pollution that was a problem. It was actually a mineral deficiency. So it was deficiency of minerals such as copper, zinc, manganese, disease related to deficiencies in calcium and magnesium. It was a deficiency, not an excess. It turned out that as humans or as animals, we're actually very, very good at dealing with pollution. Now, obviously, if you get radiated in Chernobyl or Fukushima, slightly different situation. Yeah, the odd radiation poisoning. If you drink heavily laden mercury water, yeah, okay, that's going to have an effect. But for low levels of contamination of pollution that we're as humans generally exposed to, for the most part, we've got a really good way of buffering that and cleansing that out of our systems. But what he found was those mineral deficiencies, and that he then went back and actually started curing, animals based on his veterinarian component. Now, as humans, we can't actually cure anything in humans, but he understood that if we can give nutritional support to humans the same way we give the nutritional support to a cow, then we can really begin to revolutionise the healthcare system. Now, unfortunately, the medical profession didn't really like what Wallach said, and he got a lot of pushback and was effectively disbarred from what he was doing. Went back and became a naturopathic doctor, specialising specifically in nutrition, and went into practice when he finished, and basically started treating or caring for his patients as if they were animals. And in fact, some of his original formulas were like the pig arthritis formula. So we know we can cure arthritis in pig, so why don't we do this with humans? And became incredibly successful doing that, and from there developed the company of longevity. And really, through this 15-year period where it went from $0 to $20 million, what the company was doing was formulating and refining those particular products that can support the health within humans. So what is the cause of these mineral deficiencies? And it's in our soils. And this is where I first came across Wallach during my PhD research. Because my degree is in soil science and plant nutrition, soil geochemistry, and mineralogy. I did a field of study called remineralization. Can we be putting the minerals back into the soil so that we can get healthy plants to overcome some of the health challenges we have? Turns out we could, but it was so prohibitively expensive that there's no way that we could do it. So through my own research, I came across Wallach's work around the year 2000. Became involved and started taking the products around 2002. And have been taking the products fairly consistently for the last 13 years, but not really doing any of the business side of things, just really kind of getting my head around all of these components. And Wallach understood this, and that's why he really came to understand that we need these mineral nutrition supplements to support us in our health challenges. The other thing now that I'm also starting to understand, I just assume that if it's not in the soil, it's not in the food, and so be it. But the problem is, not only is the food that we're producing substandard from a nutrition standpoint, most of that food is just raw materials to be processed. So most of the food we eat has been processed. So even as we process, anything that may have even been in that food has been completely removed, completely denatured out of our food. And through that time, we're seeing the rise of what they're calling metabolic disorders, the rise of obesities, diabetes, heart disease, arthritis, all of these components. And it's not, I don't think that it's necessarily a medical, it's due to the medical profession. I think it's more to do with our agriculture and our food components. And we're seeing just the rise and rise. And if you look at it, you look at it, despite having the most expensive healthcare system in the world, we're 60th in life. The US, when I say we're the US, I'm talking as an American now. Actually, I just started my application for US citizenship today. So
you're not American?
So I'm not American yet. Not yet. So we're moving.
Thinking of running for president?
No, I can't, because I wasn't born in the US, so I can't run. I can run for office though. I can run for office. But in the US, 60th in the world in life expectancy, 40th for infant mortality. And that's the one that kind of blows me away. Seriously, there are 40 other countries that can produce a live baby better than the United States, despite having the healthcare system we have. 1 in 3 diabetic, pre-diabetic. Obesity is through the roof. Okay? So why is that happening? Why is there such a disconnect between a medical profession? And don't get me wrong, my father was a medical doctor, my mother was a pediatric nurse. I grew up, I actually have a fair bit of respect for the medical industry. I just think that they're trained in a very different world. Just as I said that the industrial age has passed us, I think too that the medical age in its present form has passed us as well. And I think that's why we're starting to move in these different components. And so that's what Wallach has done. So what Wallach has produced, and the central piece of the longevity products is what's called 90 for life. So what Wallach found out was that there are 90 essential nutrients that our body needs on a daily basis for life-sustaining processes. Okay. 60 of these are actually the minerals. So 2/3 of what you need are actually minerals. So as I said, if it's not in the soil, you can't get it in the food. Okay. The remaining 30 are enzymes, amino acids, vitamins. Pretty much it. And you've got a chance of getting some of that stuff in your food. Okay. If you buy an organic carrot, you got a decent chance of actually getting some vitamin A out of it. Okay. But you won't get any copper if there hasn't been any copper added to it. So 2/3 of our life-sustaining products come from that. So this is the basis of his 90 for life, and then he's added in the other 30 that we need as well. So these we need to be taking all these products on a daily basis. But then what he came to understand is about 90% of most people's conditions can be summed up in about 6 products. Okay, so just quickly, what would be common conditions that most people you know would have?
Knee problem.
Knee problem. Okay, so bone and joint. Okay, what else?
Head injuries.
Head injuries, traumatic brain injuries. My beautiful wife. Indigestion, digestion issues. Asthma, great. That's more a brain and lung issue. Okay, what about obesity?
Oh yeah, overweight.
Diabetes. Okay. What about our sports drinks? How good are those sports drinks? They're horrible. They're laden with sugar, aren't they? So what's that going to do? It's going to help with this it's going to encourage the metabolic diseases as well. So Wallach has basically created 6 packs to make it easy. Health happens in a system. So we've got 6 packs. We've got bone and joint, digestion, weight loss, blood sugar. We've got an athletic pack and brain and heart.
Really hard brain and lung.
Heart, brain, and lung. Okay. Now we've got some. I mean, anything beyond that, we do have products that can help with that. But for the most part, this is what you need to know. The other thing about this is that he formulated these packs in such a way that they're designed for each for 100 pounds. Okay, so this is the key if you choose to get involved in longevity. These packs are designed for life per 100 pounds. Okay, so and this comes back to the veterinarian days. If you're treating a 2,000-pound bull as opposed to a 200-pound calf, you're going to give different dosages. So it's all based on weight. So this is the key. This is the key on that. The other component, remember I drew this graph, plug along, last 3 years it's taking off. What they've done in the last 3 years, about 3 years ago they made a decision that they wanted to become their business model changed, where it wasn't just about health and nutrition. That is still the core of what longevity does. But what it wants to do now is basically become an intersection of Costco and Amazon. Basically, so on the Costco aspect, when you join longevity, you get your products at wholesale price, just like you went down to Costco. Instead of having to get was it a 54? How much is Costco these days for an annual? 65. 55. Okay, it's a one-time fee of $25. You can get your products wholesale. What they want to do with Amazon is that now you can get online and basically buy all your products online. And they want to become not just a life-enhancing health company. They're now shifting to basically be, all of their products are now life-enhancing. And they're now moving into a much larger realm. So we have makeup, we have jewelry, we have clothes. We've actually now become involved with renewable energy. We have the largest fair trade coffee company in the world, which is pretty amazing. And in fact, they got biodegradable K-cups that are about to be released. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a good one. There are we got pet food. We've got does I make up? Essential oils. We've got,
they're going to have stuff for your garden.
there's stuff for your garden. That's exactly
Minerals that you can put in your garden.
that's exactly right. We got scrapbooking. Thank you.
Clothes.
Got clothes. Mention the clothes. What else we got? I don't know. So
Everything.
we got over. I think it's got to be over 1,000 products by now. We got some unbelievable protein powder. That is, I mean,
Creams.
we got creams.
That's the.
We got the CM cream.
Oh.
We got all kinds of stuff. Okay. So this is why longevity has
Diet stuff.
it's gone from 0 to 150 thereabouts in the last 3 years, and is shooting towards $1 billion. We've got a management structure in place that wants to take this company elsewhere. And this is why I am absolutely excited about this company, because it can change people's lives. It's changing my life. I mean, I get up and go to work, and I can't wait to get done, not because I want to get done with work, because I can get up and do this business. And I know by the end of the year, I'm going to be doing this on a full-time basis. That's exciting. This is changing my life. It means I can spend time with my wife, my kids, which I pay for my kids' education. That's the other.
You should write your dream book.
So I should have brought my dream. Oh, that's right. On Heritage Maker, I actually got in and worked on Heritage Makers and made my own dream book. On Heritage Makers. I know, I did that. So I'm now an expert in Heritage Makers.
So tell them what's on that.
I won't
Your
get it.
letter but just tell them.
Oh, so one of the things I got on my dream board is I've written my resignation letter. I've dated it. I've said, I've already written it. So when I go to bed, it's sitting above my bed. When I go to bed at night, I'm looking up there and I'm reciting my resignation letter. So for the 28th of August.
Good for you.
So we'll see.
And I've seen it. I do carpet cleaning.
I was about to say, what are you doing in my bedroom?
Sorry, I clarified. I should know. But Sue knew what I was. Sue knew. It's been Alice though.
Rob, give me with you, Mum.
I gotta go outside. But I think it's cool.
Yeah. So seriously, I'm going to talk a little. I'm going to shift gears and talk a little bit about how we make money in longevity. Network marketing isn't for everyone, and it's not for you. That's fine. But I want you to consider at least purchasing the products to help the friends that invited you here today and helping them do their business. Because if you want to buy coffee, would you rather be buying coffee from someone you know or from Starbucks? Helping a large corporation, or actually helping someone you know, and that's the beauty. And this is other Wallach's vision. Wallach's vision is not just to help people improve their health, but it's also improve their wealth, because the two go hand in hand. Okay, the largest form of bankruptcy is actually medical bankruptcy these days. Okay, so it's amazing. I mean, I was talking to a friend of mine this morning. He just he's getting a tooth replaced. He's got it's costing it's $5,000. He's got to pay 50. His deductible's 50. He's got a lazy $2,500. He's got to he's got to go. That's just a simple tooth. We had Sue has degenerative neck disorder, and basically it was getting worse and worse. And the doctors, effectively said, "We're gonna have to fuse your neck." And we thought, okay, our deductible on that was going to be $5,000. We ended up getting on the bone and joint and just doing mega doses of the bone and joint support. Cost us it was about $1,800. 3 months. 3 months, Sue went from basically not being able to move her neck to being able to move her neck, effectively pain free, and it only cost us $1,800. So I actually made money. We made $2,200 on that, on that particular deal. So Dr. Wallach is acutely aware that it's not just about health; it's also about the wealth aspects, and that's what I'm going to talk about. That's what I'm going to talk about now, and how network marketing goes. So, if you have any inkling of being an entrepreneur, I'm hoping the network marketing. I've laid out how powerful network marketing can be on as a business model. And if you have any inkling of becoming an entrepreneur, and what is an entrepreneur? Can you give me a definition of an entrepreneur? What does an entrepreneur do?
Self-employed
Self-employed. Okay, so that's right. But what would drive an entrepreneur? What would drive someone to become an entrepreneur?
Money.
To be their own boss.
Be their own boss. What about trying to change the world? Look at the entrepreneur. If you think of an entrepreneur, look at someone like Branson. Whether you agree with Branson or not, he's changed how business gets. A lot of business has got done. Apple. Yeah. Look at Jobs. Steve Jobs. I mean, he completely revolutionized how we did it. Bill Gates. With what he did. So it's not just about all those things. True. You want to be our own boss, but it's about changing. It's about forcing change on society as well. And that again is what we allow to do. And this is again bigger vision of longevity. It's a mission and a vision is to change not just the health of the US and in fact the world, but also to change how we do business and how we look at doing things. And again, that's what excites me. I wake up thinking about how can we do this, and then I got to go off and deal with being character assassinated at work, but it's another. That's then I can come back and do it. So if you've got any inkling, so if you were to buy a Dunkin' Donuts, you want to know how much you need for Dunkin' Donuts? Buy a franchise?
A lot, like 100 grand.
500.
It's 500 grand.
500 for Dunkin' Donuts. McDonald's franchise. It's about I think it's $1 million. Yeah, it's a 1.5 now, whatever it is. Alice, if someone wanted to buy your carpet cleaning business, or when someone buys your carpet cleaning business, how much are you going to sell it for?
500.
Oh, it's 500. Oh, okay, that's
1,000.
Yeah. Okay, but if you're buying someone, why would you want to buy someone else's business anyway? Because you're basically buying
A list.
A list. Okay. You also,
Well, it's a good list.
Just,
it's an excellent
because it is.
They're trying to sell your business.
is it actually?
Well, yeah, if somebody wanted to buy it. Absolutely.
Okay, so anyone on Google Hangouts, if you want to come to Evergreen and start a carpet business, we've got a business for you.
There we go.
We've got an excellent. We've already established. We've got an excellent list online. Ready to because Alice is going to be doing this. She's doing great. Alice is doing fantastic. I really want to acknowledge Alice.
Oh, thank you.
Where's Trevor's gone? Trevor's gone somewhere too, but he's making a call. But Alice is doing that. Matt is going fantastic. John, you guys are just going fantastic on bringing stuff in. So it's a great honour to be involved with you guys. And I appreciate whoever to meet you through Kent. Right? Again, I wouldn't know you people unless someone introduced us. So I really appreciate that. Okay, so if you want to start your own business, would $500 be $500 with an already proven system, already proven products, or a simple way of doing business? That seems quite a reasonable way to get involved. So it's $500. Now, on any investment you make, what is the first thing you want to do?
Get it back.
You want to get your money back, correct? You want to get your money back, and then once you've done that, then you're making money on top of that. So here's how you get your money back. When you enroll 4 people at the CEO level, you get paid approximately $130. What's 4 times 130? Pull out your calculators, guys. I know you guys want to do 420. Whoa! Oh, Matthew.
Oh, I thought he said.
You must already
I
got
said
used
it's
back. 520.
3 times 140.
$520 thereabouts.
Luckily, he doesn't have to worry because it just comes to him.
Okay, so by the time you've brought 4 people into the business, and these are people that you can choose. This is, Rob has done today. He's handpicked you and asked you to come and to see what he's doing, and be involved with him. And that's the beauty of this business. I get to go and work with people that I don't really like to work with. I come here, I work with people I love to work with, and it's fantastic. I get to choose who I get to work with, and then they choose people because I've chosen people who I get on with. They're going to have a community that I'm going to relate to as well. So again, this is a part of that leveraging component as well. So by the time you've got 4 people involved, you got your money back, okay? And you can do this in 30 days, okay? You can easily do this in 30 days. It's not that difficult. Now, these guys have all bought $500. They've all spent $500. What is it they want to do?
Their money.
They want to get their money back. So how do they do that? How do they get the money back? Come on. They each get 4. There we go. Okay. All right. And then what do these guys want to do? They want to do 4. Okay. Okay. So remember I was telling you about leverage and duplication? Okay. The beauty of network marketing is it's just this duplication. This is how network marketing begins to duplicate. The reality is, I'll run through the numbers a bit. Once the other reason you want to get 4 people in the business with the CEO pack is by the time you've got the 4th CEO in, it kicks in what is called coding bonuses. So which is effectively that depending on your level within the organization, which is dependent on how many people you bring in, the volume within your organization, and kind of the structure of your organization, by the time you put your 4th one is, you start getting these coding bonuses. And that means that then any CEO pack within your organization, so if someone down here on your, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th level sells a CEO pack, depending on where you are, you'll get paid anywhere between 35 and 190 bucks. Okay, so you can see, and I'll run through some of the numbers here in a minute. But you can see that this component actually gets paid. This gets paid, so these bonuses get paid weekly. So when you're starting up a business, you want to get that cash as quickly as possible, right? So this is the beauty of the compensation plan within longevity, is it's designed to help you get into cash as quickly as possible. Okay. Does this make sense? Everyone kind of got the rough one on that? All right.
I think it's also important to point out that for that $4.99, you actually get over $500 worth of product. It's right.
Yes, thank you. I did miss that. So that's right. You actually get, so it's not an enrollment fee. It's actually a product fee within it. So you get 2 Healthy Start Packs. Okay. So that's your 9 Healthy Start Packs. They're 90 for life. Then you get then you get other products that the company wants you to try, and they also come out in sample containers, so you actually do that.
So here's what a Healthy Start Pack is. This is your 90 for life. You get your OsteoFX, which is all your bone and joint nutrients. You get the EFA Plus, which is essential fatty acids.
This is for
your
brain.
heart and brain and lungs.
Yep.
And then you get your Beyond Tangy Tangerine, which has all your vitamins and minerals and amino acids in there. So those 3 items make up a Healthy Body Start Pack. And then when Andrew was talking about there are different types of Healthy Body Packs, you would add on a product called Glucogel, which is another capsule, and then a tub of a cream that's good for inflammation. And then that becomes your Healthy Bone and Joint Pack. For the Healthy Brain and Heart, you get another big bottle of a different type of essential fatty acid. So each one of the different packs has a few added extra products, depending on what the condition is for.
So you get 4 of these. You get these for samples. That's right. Yes. Or you can use them yourself. Or you can put them in. Yes.
So all of those are also in the CEO pack. So you get tons of great Healthy Bone.
Thank you, Matthew. Excellent.
And there's several. There's like 10 different.
There's 10 different CEO packs depending on what you want to do. But effectively that's the same.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got you into cash fast enough. But that's not even the real beauty of network marketing. The real beauty of network marketing is what's called, it's called by separate names, called residual income. I like the term recurring income because it comes over and over again. And here again is the beauty of longevity as a network marketing company, because the concept of ongoing purchase is built, of ongoing retention is built within the name. It's 94 life, which implies you need to be taking these products on a daily basis for life. But this is now the exciting part. So, on average, if on a monthly purchase, now also remember that the Healthy Start Packs are based on weight. So, if you're like me and weigh a little bit more than 100 pounds, a little bit more.
It's not true, is it?
Just because I take 3 of the healthy staff packs a month, got nothing to do with it. Okay? Okay? Nothing to do with it. Okay. So once you sign up, then your ongoing monthly order is somewhere between about 150 and 300 bucks. Now, on average, within your organisation, you get paid about 10 bucks per person. So I'm going to kind of show how this actually plays out. And this is the exciting part. This is the part where, 28th of August, I'm resigning. I'm going to be able to do that because I have enough of this recurring income that I know is going to be coming in every month, and I can start making some financial plans around that. So if you sign up 4 people in the first month, the next month they place an order. You have 4 people in your organisation, correct?
Yep.
And you get 10 bucks. And how much are you going to make? You're going to make 40 bucks. Anyone really care about 40 bucks? No. Really? So if I drop 40 bucks outside, you want to pick it up? Yeah, you'd still pick it up, wouldn't you?
But I mean, it's not going to help that.
But you'd still pick it up. I mean, but we dismissed that.
That's true.
I mean, it also represents. I actually just my 15-year-old daughter got her first commission check 2 months ago, and it was 36 bucks. Man, she was stoked. Like the first time she'd actually received a check with her name on it. It was like 36 bucks. So I encourage you, when you get your first check, make it a big deal. It's a big deal. You are an entrepreneur. You are now an entrepreneur. You're a business owner. You have actually been paid. Okay. This 40 bucks is actually very, very cool.
So then her second check last month was $55. And she saw that, and she was over the moon, and her friends are like, whoa, there's something to this.
Yeah. So
they're watching.
Now, bear in mind, this is just the recurring income piece of it. Okay. So if you've signed 4 CEO packs up, you've already got 500 bucks. Okay. This is just your recurring check. But just hang with me because this is, I think, one of the most exciting pieces of it. Okay. So if those 4 sign up for, how many do you have in your organisation now?
8.
What?
Say
what?
32.
What? 32?
16.
Oh man! Okay, everyone, pull out their phones.
Just to prove you that anybody can do this
Yeah,
business.
everyone can do this business. Okay, I want everyone pull out their phones. Pull out the phones. Find your calculator.
16.
Find your calculator. Go on, pull out your phone. Come on, man.
Oh, now we're going to have to go further.
Okay, so if you're earning 10 bucks on this, how much are you going to get? 160. All right. So then what's your monthly check going to be? Because you've still got these 4 people buying as well. What's your check going to be?
200.
Okay, anyone care about an extra 200 bucks?
Yeah.
Yeah, what would you do with an extra 200 bucks? Car payment. Okay, great. What else?
Car insurance.
Car insurance. Okay, great. Trevor, what'd you do extra 200 bucks? Squash racket, squash balls, something like that. Okay. So I mean, and again, if I drop 200 bucks on the ground, you pick it up. You're not going to sneeze it. Reality is, most of it's going back into your product. In all honesty, you kind of reinvest it back in your business. You kind of might be doing some stuff you might do. So this is still kind of going in business. You get an extra 200 bucks. Okay. Okay. These 16.
I'll need my
Multiply 4. Break out the calculator. I want everyone break out the calculator on your phone. Okay.
Come on, it wasn't that easy.
640. You've now got 800. You've now got 840 bucks. Is that starting to change a few things? Actually, yeah. No, sorry, we got 880 bucks, right?
You're right.
No, 880. 880.
Why?
Because you've got 640 plus 200 is 840 plus 40 is 880.
You already added the 40 into the 200.
Oh, okay, you're right. So you're right. Anyone can do this business. Even a PhD can do this business.
They just send the checks. We don't.
Fortunately, somebody else does them out for you.
What would you do with an extra 840 bucks? Well, how would that help you out? The house payment? Okay, yeah, we're starting to get into the realm of the house payment, aren't we? Okay. Now, bear in mind, we're working 5 to 10 hours a week in order to be earning 840 bucks a month. Okay. How many hours would you have to work? How many overtime hours would you have to work to get 840 bucks? 32 hours. Okay. So that over and above your 40. So you've got a 72-hour week to get into that.
Now you join Andrew.
40 hours. Okay, all right, so about 40, okay. All right. Well, we're making this in like 5 to 10 hours. Okay, Math Whiz. This is 256. Oh, way to go.
256. Oh, because this.
Okay, now peeps. What's 256 by 840? 8, 10, 9, 14, 3. Is that right? 3,400?
Yeah.
What would you do in the next 3,400?
Mine's not equal.
Go to Hawaii.
That's coming in every month. Not
It's
just
coming in
once.
every month. This is a once. It's just coming in once. Okay, couple of things I want to talk about. I want to come back and just talk about some realities in network marketing now. This is all really, like, you can start to see, like, this is bring home a spouse to stay at home money. This is college fund money. This is pay off the mortgage money. Okay, this is getting serious. Okay, just a couple of the realities of network marketing. Most bankruptcies are actually could be avoided if someone earns an extra $1,000 a month. Okay, this is kind of reality. We're not talking a huge amount. This level, somewhere in here, is the rank of senior executive marketing director, and this can be achieved within somewhere in the somewhere in the order of 1 to 3 months. Okay, that's reality. But we still need to be working 5 to 10 hours a week. Okay, I don't want you to be thinking that this is just you get in, you don't do anything. You still need to be doing the work. But if you do the work, these are the results that can happen. The other component I want to talk about is the concept of the other component. If you do this 3, 6, 12 months, even if you work for 12 months to get this, okay. Remember what happens in the first kind of from 4 to 64. You're working 5 to 10 hours. But you don't really see much change. As we said, $40, $200. Hey, Robbie, how are you? Good. Oh, you got a pop? Yeah, $200. Yeah, I'd pick $200 was the thing. So you're working away, and then all of a sudden it pops up. So the trick within network marketing is having the faith and the vision to stick through this period until you get to there. But if you do that, and if you're consistent, the results will come. And I've seen it over and over and over again. Rob, would you agree with me on that? First couple of months, a little slow, didn't really get it. Start doing things. Trevor, you're taking off, aren't you? I mean, really, the last month is when you've really taken off, and you've been involved 4 months.
Yeah, it's October.
Oh, okay, so 6 months. Yeah, 6 months. But it's really the last month that you're starting to get into this kind of realm, aren't you?
Trevor just got me signed up last night, guys. So.
Hey, there you go. It's about time. We're going to sign up on the 15th.
But I got diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, really bad case of it, and everything that Trevor has told me about longevity with his joints. I got a bad shoulder too. I'm really looking forward to what it's going to do to my stomach because the stuff that my specialist has me on isn't working. My specialist gives two shits, and I'm really looking forward to the next month and taking my stuff.
So you two can look like me, Robbie.
Hey, that's the ultimate goal.
All right, 256 by 4. Okay. So I mean, just a little bit of an interlude, but I want to be upfront. I want you guys to be able to have enough information to make a decision. I want to be upfront with when you become involved, what it is you're up against. But if you hang in there through that period, you can start seeing the reserves. 256 by 4. 1,024. Okay, so then you've got 10,240 bucks plus 3. Okay, so you've got, was that 13,500 thereabouts? Okay. That now puts you into the top 10% earners in the United States. Middle class is defined as $50,000 a year or more. Okay, but now you're in the. This is possible within 2 to 4 years. Okay, if you are consistent and if you do it Hang in there. These numbers are real. And as you can imagine, you start seeing, you know, I won't go any further because the numbers just get crazy. You probably won't believe it. But this is 3,400. That's a doable number. Okay, everyone can. Yeah, whatever
Like
the
you
math
said,
is. Whatever the math is.
But the other part is that's only one way you get paid.
And that's right.
That's
But
only
I want this to sink in. This is just the recurring income, and by setting the business up properly, you get paid whether you.
I will see you tomorrow night.
All right, sounds good. All right, thanks. With this recurring income, you get paid whether you work or not. Now, one of the things that the decision I made to get into network marketing, it wasn't so much the money. I can earn this money. I am earning this money. Okay, I can do I can do that, but I just don't have the time. You know, I don't have the time. I hate what I do. I won't say I hate what I do, but it's not the best use of my life. I don't get to spend time with my wife. I don't get to see the kids, and well, they're off at boarding school, so I don't get to see them anyway. But the people who are earning this kind of money are unbelievable. They have an incredible lifestyle. They work when they want to. Do they still work? Yeah, absolutely. You know, but can they take a week off? They can. Okay, and it's that lifestyle combined with having the products that give you the health to enjoy the lifestyle. Okay, average American who retires at the age of 65 has $41,000 in assets. They worked their freckle out for 40 years, and they end up with 40K.
So sad.
I mean, seriously. I mean, what is wrong with this? What is wrong with this picture? You know, America is still. I mean, the American economy is going nuts. Okay, there's nothing wrong with the American economy. It just isn't in. You just don't make any money in corporate America. You don't have any lifestyle in corporate America. Okay, so this is the kind of the holy grail. It's just this recurring income. Once you've got that, then you can make decisions that I guarantee you're not able to make now. But as Sue said, this is just one way of getting paid. There are 10 ways you can get paid within longevity. I've already said we've got the coding bonus. There's fast cash bonuses. There are car bonuses. You get stock options. Yeah, you get your car paid for. You get stock options. There are recognition, vacations, things like that. There are 10 ways. I'm not going to go through it, but the goal is to have this happening. This is the advantage of leverage and duplication. This is what it gets. You get to that, but there's other ways you're getting paid. Okay, so while you're getting to this stage, you're still getting paid. You're still getting rewarded as you get going. I'm not an expert in compensation plans within network marketing companies, but I've spoken to people who are, and they say that longevity is the fairest compensation plan that they have ever seen because you get paid upfront and at the back end. Okay, that is what makes it fair. A lot of companies you get paid either upfront or you get paid, on the recurring side of things. Longevity does both. There are other network marketers coming from other companies, and people who this kind of level, because they see that they've effectively kind of plateaued what they're doing, they can take their business to the next level by coming into longevity. Okay, I'm going to wrap things up here. So I'm just going to walk through a couple of, so hang on, just a couple of scenarios. So as I said, network marketing is not for everyone. And it's not for you. I'm 100% okay with that. I appreciate the time that you actually came and spent listening to me. If network marketing is not for you, it's generally for two reasons. One is because you don't think that network marketing per se is a viable business or business model. If that's the case, let me know. Email me at andrew@longevityblackbelt.com, and I'll send you a movie to watch, and that will explain the state of network marketing right now. It's by Eric Worre. It's called The Rise of the Entrepreneur, and it explains network marketing. If I haven't done a good enough job, please let me know, and I'll send you that. The other one is is for longevity itself and the products. And you're probably asking, do the products work, and can I do it? And the answer is, I don't know. But how would you know if you don't if you don't get in? I hope that I've been honest tonight and say to you that it still works. There's no magic pill within longevity. If you want the health, you need to take the products. You need to take the appropriate products. If you want to make the money, you still need to do the work. But let me just touch on quickly what we've got going here. We've got a great program of training here within longevity. Nick Capandi, which I hope will be up here momentarily. He's been doing trainings for 15, 20 years, whatever it is, and he's a master of this. And we have trainings on a regular basis. Because I understand when you get into longevity, you may not think that you can do it because you don't have the skill set. We're doing the trainings. If you get to plug in, you will actually get in. Rob, would you agree with that?
Yep.
6 months you've been involved, you developed the skill set that you wouldn't even imagine a year ago?
Oh, definitely. Just the people I've met and been able to associate with, it's totally had an impact in my life for sure.
Yep. The other thing about it is that, again, I'll be upfront and honest, it's probably somewhere between 2 to 4 years of some hard work to get you to that point where you can then make decisions that you can't make now. But if you're willing to endure that for a couple of years, the results will come and your life can be changed. And you can change the life of people within your community. And again, this is the beauty of network marketing. It's not just making changes for yourself, but it's making changes for your community. And again, at the moment, Sue and I are working somewhere between 10 and 20 hours a week in the business. I don't consider it work. I love getting up and being able to talk to you people. I love being able to take phone calls from Angela going, hey, what's going on? Hey, I need this, I need that. Yeah, that's why I have her knock around here. Trevor calling me up for crazy things. I just say, call Sue. That's mine. Call Sue. She's doing it. That's mine. Maybe that's why I enjoy it.
It's like whenever I call, it's like, call Sue.
Yeah, maybe that's why I enjoy it. All right. I want to wrap it up. Now I want to thank you. As I said, if this is for you, get with the person that invited you to tonight. We can sign you up. We've got the process to do it. What I'd like to do now, though, is invite up Mr. Nick Capandi. I just was talking about the training we have. Mr. Capandi is a 5th degree black belt in Taekwondo. He owns this great facility. I want to thank Nick for opening up this facility to us every Wednesday night. But more importantly, I've been training with Nick for 8 years now, over eight years. Nick has been a mentor, not just a mentor. He has pushed me in ways that I couldn't even imagine, including this morning, which I'm still catching my breath from. Nick really makes me get a better person. I am a far better person by being in Nick's presence. And the fact that Nick has agreed and made the decision to join our team and help support and make that community change that we were talking about earlier, I can't thank Nick enough for that. So, Nick, if you want to take some time and just explain a little bit about your version and the training we've got.
Absolutely. My name is Nick Capandi. I'm a 5th degree black belt. This is what I do for a living. This is what I do. I'm humbled and honored to be here. I appreciate you coming, Cody and Roland. And I took on this challenge about 6 months ago. And why I took on this challenge is because I was 52 years old. I'm going to be 53. And I had a defining moment in my life where everything changed. I decided to change my life. And one of the things I was talking about downstairs was I don't know about you, but this is me. We have to pursue excellence in our life. We have to pursue excellence. If we don't, we just become mediocre. So here I am. I've got a beautiful building. I built it up from one person. I started in my house. This is my pictures all over the place. So these are pictures of me. Let me show you this one. This was 1999.
Those are sweet shorts, too,
These
sir.
are my awesome shorts.
You look pretty much, man.
When I started,
those shorts.
I started my business in my bedroom in my house. And my wife and I, this is a true story, my wife and I decided we were going to start Nick's Pro Fitness. And she says, if you can make $1,400 a month, we can make it. So I quit my corporate job to pursue my dream. That's how it all started. So it was 1999, June of 1999. I called my boss up and I said, hey, Dennis. He goes, what? I'm done. He goes, what do you mean you're done? I go, I'm done. I'm starting my own business. And he laughed. he actually laughed at me. Isn't that funny? He laughed at me. And I said, no, Dennis, I'm changing the world, man. I'm going to start my business and I'm going to make it huge. That's how it all started. And so I started with 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 10. And it got so big, I actually gutted my garage and put a carpet in there. I put a carpet in my garage and put a heater in my garage. And so that was in 1999, 2000. Who lives up in Evergreen? You guys live up in Evergreen. Do you live up in Evergreen? Hi, I'm Nick. I don't know. I met you before. Renee, nice to meet you.
Cece.
Hi, Cece. Nice to meet you. I met you before, correct? Hi. And what's your name? Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Nick. And so I found a place in Kitchener's by the tattoo parlor. I don't know if you guys know what tattoo parlor is down the street. It's the Hertz. Yeah, it's right by the Hertz. And I grew the business from there, and I blew it up 10 months, and I went to Napa Auto Parts, which is down the street that now moved over here in Stagecoach, and I had that place for about 2 years, and then I bought the hair lady out, and I had the whole place. So I sat around, and I bought, and 7 years later, this place came available to buy, and I bought it. So here I am 8 years later, sitting in my backyard. All right, what's next? I'm 52 years old. Is this it? This is it? This is all I got. I'm a 5th degree black belt. I know you're thinking, wow, he's done a lot. No, I haven't. And so I sat there and I said, I need to do more of my life. I need a challenge. I need something big. So Andrew kept bugging me about this business. And he kept giving me these pollen bursts, these rebounds, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing stuff. Now, being a guy that works out every day of my life for 37 years, I think I know nutrition. And so people have pushed so many products. Matter of fact, I was taking ephedrine. I didn't even know it. That was like 10, 15 years ago when they were saying, oh, this is great stuff, great stuff. And then you look way down, and remember ephedrine caused heart attacks? So I stopped taking that because I couldn't go to sleep at night. It was like 4 in the morning. And so I found this product. I go, this is the best thing I've ever seen in 30 years. This is the best thing I've ever seen in 30 years. Now, that was before I knew about the business opportunity. I just kept taking it. And then a gentleman was supposed to be here tonight, Scott, which I really wanted you guys to meet. Will be here next week. Amazing guy, isn't he? Well, I started taking this product, and I felt amazing. So I met Scott, was 6 months ago in September. And I looked at him, he looked at me, and I looked at him, he looked at me, I said, I want to follow that guy. I want to follow that leader. And I really believe that this business is nothing but leadership. It's the black belt who runs the leadership. It's all about leadership. Now, you can take, I was talking to 3 guys in a Verizon store today. I started talking about this. And I said, it's all about success training. It's all about professional and personal development. It has nothing, the product is the best on the market, but if you don't have the structure and the infrastructure and the people who are mentoring you to get you where you need to be, it will never work. It will never work. You know, we train downstairs. And I do this every day. I do this every single day. I teach 18 classes a week. If I don't work out really hard, I am out of shape. If you don't work really hard in this business, you won't make it. It's a business where you have to have somebody going, come on, Ron. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Let's go, Cody. Let's do this. And the biggest change in this business is when you plug into personal professional development and you follow a leader who's going somewhere. Does that make sense to you? Mm-hmm. So I guess I stand up here. I've been doing phenomenal at this. And I'll tell you why I've been doing phenomenal. I got all the way in. I got obsessed. I saw the dream. I saw, you know what it is? Do you know what this business is in a nutshell? Hope. It gives you hope. And when I walked and went to that convention a month ago, and I saw people that I go, how in the world can they be making $100,000 a month? This is true. And you know what I said? I want some of that. I did. I said, you know, I want to be more successful. I want to be more financially set. I want more out of my life. And when I got into this business, I said, I'm all in. I'm all in. When I do anything, I'm all in. And so what I did is I said, I am going to be the leader of the group. I will train you every single week, rain or shine, and you don't have to worry about me bagging on you. I won't do it. And the reason why people are really doing well here right now, Renee, and there's people in this business that are doing phenomenally well, is because we train. We train. It's training. It's training professionally, personal development, learning how to invite learning how to be successful at this business. And you know what it is? That's why it works. That's why our leadership works. It will not work. I know a buddy of mine, he's in Malaluka. Okay, just another example. He's pretty good. He's not doing great. Making $4,000 a month, but he's been doing it 4 or 5 years. Why do you think he's not doing better? Nobody's trading him. He doesn't have a leader. He doesn't have a person that says, let's march, let's roll, let's rock and roll. We have that with Scott Fardulis and Andrew and myself and Ken Huff, which is not here. We have the structure. The structure is everything. He went outside. See you, buddy. Does that make sense? So I wanted to kind of throw a couple things at you. Now, I think about it this way. What's in it for you? Got to live a bigger life, guys. Let's live big, man. Let's not live small. Quit playing small. Does that make sense? Don't play small. Play big. And look, I play big already. I want to play bigger. I want to play bigger. I don't want to play small. I want to play bigger. I want to play so big that I wrote this as a goal. Now, you guys are young. How old are you?
24.
24. Okay. I remember when I was 24. I told you about roofing shingles. I did.
Oh, yeah.
Shingles, man. 21, man. I was humping the shingles. So I've had the tough jobs. I had the UPS job that everybody got fired except 3. Put boxes out of the truck. So I know what it takes to be a physical labor guy. I know what it takes to be a corporate guy. And I know what it takes to do this. But you got to think bigger. You got to have bigger dreams. You got to have huge dreams. You got to write your dreams down. So here's what I wrote down today. The second half of my life is going to be bigger than the first half of my life. It's going to be better than the first half of my life. Isn't that a bold statement? But you know what? We can have that if we believe it. But you know what? We have to read. We have to study. We have to practice. We have to become black belts at this stuff. And you know what? You just got to start believing in you. And when I say I believe in you, and I know you can do this, and I help you do this, there's no question you're going to be successful at this. I know I can help you become successful. There's no question about it. Last night, Ken Huff is here. Lady walks up. She's retired. And I said, really? So what do you do all day? Oh, not much. I said, you kind of bored? She says, yeah. I said, you want a plan B? She goes, what do you got? She asked me 3 times what it was, and I said, I didn't tell her. And I said, you give me an hour and an open mind. You show up in the meeting next week. She says, I'll be there. How hard is that? But you know what? When you have skills and you learn the skills, it's all skills, guys. It's like going to school. You learn ABC, and you learn how to do it, and you master it. You master it. You master it. Does that make sense? Now, the other thing I wrote down was best products in the world. There's no better products. I've seen them all. This is it. You just got to trust in that. That's hands down. Don't have to worry about the credibility. The compensation plan is ridiculous. So every time somebody signs up in my group, I make $100. So I think I made $1,000 and then lift a finger. Is that pretty good for a week's work? I'm just telling you that because it works. I didn't believe it at first. I didn't think, well, I don't know, man. Maybe they're blowing smoke. It's not smoke. It's real. It's a fire. It's a fire. The coding bonus, right? The coding bonus is amazing, just like I said. The residual income, you can ask Scott about that. Now, here's what I'm going to say about this.
Well, Andrew already covered that.
Cover that. He makes a lot of money. Just put it down. 3 years though. See, when you have somebody in their 17 years, 18 years, like there's no way. I met 2 guys in 3 years that are making $125,000 and $150,000 a month. Now, what do you think's different from them than us? What do you think's different? What do you think? What are they that much better than us? Come on, man. Give me a break. They just got obsessed and said, I'm doing this no matter what. I am going to be a personal professional development fiend, and I'm going to read every book, listen to every CD, and I'm going to become successful because it's my right. And you know what the beautiful thing about this business is? You can come from any background, any education, anything. You don't have to be a PhD like this guy, because I'm not. And you can make a lot of money, and you could level that playing field in 2 years. It's a 2-year plan. You look out 2 years and say, for 2 years, I'm going to bust my butt in this business. I'm going to work as hard as I can. I'm going to introduce people to Scott and Nick and let them do it for me. You don't have to be a salesperson. You just get into a meeting, we'll take care of the rest. That's easy, isn't it? I'm serious, isn't it? I want you to meet my mentor, Scott. Come to Nick's Pro Fitness. You have to meet Scott. That's all you need to say. We'll take care of the rest. And I'll take care of the training. Because when you train with me, you will know what to do. I promise you. You won't be on the roof without a hammer. Right?
Yeah.
That makes sense? Okay. I wrote this down yesterday because I wanted to share it in the meeting. You know about the stock options, the car bonus? Oh yeah, the car bonus. Yeah, you get the SCMD, you get $300 car bonus. So you get to a certain level, like myself, he gets more. You get $300 a month. And it comes. There's a check that comes that says $300. I actually walked out the other day and I showed them the check. I showed you a check. Here's a $417 check, and here's a $300 car bonus check. It's real money. But at first, I swear I did not believe this was true. I didn't. Okay. Now, the other thing I said is this. You have to have a success plan. So what's the success plan? It's like I go down there every day and I teach Taekwondo. And the first thing I teach somebody to do, Chiriet, Chumbi, Chiriet, Chumbi, Chiriet, Chumbi. What's Chiriet? It's attention. What's this? Chumbi. That's ready stance. Bow. Pilsong. Teach them how to tie their belt. Now, how many times do you think it takes a kid to tie their belt? 50 times.
Yeah, a lot.
It's hard. Pilsong. See it. It's hard to tie your belt. But if the kid can't tie his belt, I'm not going to teach him a block. If the kid can't do Jumbi, why am I going to down block and punches? It's the same thing in this business. Once you learn the fundamental movements and you master the fundamental movements, all the other stuff takes care of itself. That's what we're doing here. And I'm giving you the success plan to be a black belt in this business. I have it down. Don't worry about it. I will help you. I swear I will look at you. You look at me in the eye right now and you say, I want you to help me. I will help you. I will get on a call with you. Scott will get on the call with you. Never call me back about your daughter either.
I know. I'm going there this
Oh,
week.
okay, I'm just saying. But you know what? I'm here to help you guys. You know what? I know what it takes to be successful, and I want to help you guys become successful. And this is a vehicle that in 2 years could change everything. It's a game changer, guys. It's a plan B. It's a big plan B. It's not a small plan B. It is not a small plan B. It's huge. And the beautiful thing about it is you just got to work, just like you go roofing. You go to the roofing, you get the shingles, you put the shingles on right, you make sure all the nails are in, and you go for it. And it's just like Taekwondo. You got to start as a white belt to get to a yellow. Then get to a green, a blue, a red, and a black. But you're not a black belt yet. You're only a white belt. True? Does that make sense? That's the success plan. And here's the beautiful thing about this whole business. You will be a different person in a year. Now, what do I mean by that? If you study, practice, discipline yourself, read inspirational books, plug into CDs, plug into this group, learn how to sell, learn how to articulate, learn how to invite, learn how to be a leader. Let me ask you this. What do you think your life's going to be like in a year? Totally different. Remember, it's not the money you're going to make. You'll make it. It's who you're becoming because of what you did. That's the beautiful part of this business. You're becoming something different. You're becoming a different person. You're growing out of your shell. I remember I met Rob. Rob wouldn't even talk to me. I wouldn't even talk. Now he talks enough, too much. But you know what? You've grown. He has grown as a human being. He's grown as a young man. He's articulate. He's getting better. But you know what? It's called practice, guys. It's not rocket science. Couple more. Got black belt leadership, guys. There's no better leader. Just to let you know, and I'm sure that he already covered this, Scott Pardulis was, out of 1 million people in the company, Trainer of the Year. So what does that mean? So we have the best of the best of the best in our leadership. We just couldn't be here tonight. He's flying, driving Salt Lake. So he'll be here next week. The best in the country. And then I was rising star for the first 6 months. So that means you have great leadership. Don't worry about that. Remember, you fail without leaders. You don't fail with leaders. The other thing, too, is, sorry, guys, I need my glasses. My question is, do you want to change your life? I do. Not just financially. I want to change mentally. I want to change physically. I want to be better. And if you want to be better, this is it. And the other thing, too, is if you own your time and your money, is your life different? If you want to do anything you want when you want, is it different? If you own your time and you're financially free? My instructor said it best. My instructor trains the best athletes in the world. One day, this is 1988, he went completely broke. He was the Oakland A's conditioning coach. This is a true story. And he was in Vietnam. He got shot, and his hips got blown out. So he borrowed. He had all his money from the army. He had like $40,000, $28,000, and he borrowed the rest to the Oakland A's. So Oakland A's gave him $13,000 to get his. He had no insurance because he didn't have it because of the army. They wouldn't insure him. That makes sense, right? You go to the army, you get all this. You're a war hero, and they won't even give you insurance to get your hip done. So they wouldn't insure him because he already had a pre-existing condition. So he spent all his money. He was broke, and he went. And he had a Corvette, beautiful yellow Corvette. I still have a picture of it in the back. And he went to Taco Bell, and he had $6 in his pocket. This is 1988. He bought an enchilada and a drink. He had $3 left, put it in the car. He was completely broke. Completely broke. He went to Shivs and Vets, and he sold his Corvette. And he rode his bike back and forth to work, to the dojo, for 2 years. Are we willing to sacrifice that hard? I am. But here's what he said. He knew he had a bigger plan. He says, it doesn't matter because I have made a decision to be rich. This is what he said. It doesn't matter. I don't have a car. And you know why he drove the bike for 2 years? He could have bought a car. You know why he didn't buy a car? What do you think? Why do you think he didn't buy the car? Because he wanted to build his character riding the bike. He says, I am not ready to get a car yet because I don't deserve to get a car because I need to work harder to achieve my goals. So he finally got a cracked windshield Ford. And then he got a $110,000 Mercedes. And I'll tell you how he did it. Well, anyways, he's in the studio. He's talking to my friend Mike Cheers. Mike, I'm pretty happy without money. He says, but Mike, I'd be way happier with a lot of money. I swear to God, it was a true story. And he went on to train the Oakland A's, get a World Series ring, get a Super Bowl ring with the Cowboys. You go into a studio, Jay Novacek, Troy Aikman, Bo Jackson, Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods. Made $1 million training one year. Because he had a vision, he had a dream. And this is what this business does for you guys. And I'm telling you, if you lock arms with me and you lock arms with Scott and Andrew, we'll help you. You just got to believe us. If you believe in what I'm saying and you know that I'm for real, I didn't walk up here. I had to leave my class early to come up here. I'm for real. This is what I do every day. I work out, I work out, I work out. I get ready to work out. I just finished working out. I'm getting ready to work out again. And I do longevity hardcore. I am obsessed. And if I'm obsessed, you're going to be obsessed. That's it. So trust me. Take a chance. What do you got to lose? $4.99? And you know what you're getting for the $4.99? Here's what you're getting. You're getting leadership training. You can't go to a Tony Robbins seminar for the weekend and spend $10,000. You invest $4.99. You're getting leadership training here at Nick's Pro Fitness with Scott, myself, and Andrew. That's worth the money right there. Remember, you empty the coins from your purse into your mind, and your mind will fill your purse with coins. Right? So, isn't that true? You empty the coins from your purse into your mind fills your purse with coins. But you have to invest in your mind. You have to invest in yourself. And when you invest in yourself, you make all the money you ever wanted to make in your life. So what I say is, do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. Trust me. Trust me. I won't let you down. I promise you. I'm looking at you right now. I'm not going to let you down. You want to jump in? You're jumping in with me. And when I say I'm going to do every push-up with you and every sit-up, you do 25, I'll do 100. It's not going to be the same. You know that. Everybody here knows that. I'm not speaking a lie. I'm speaking the truth. Okay? So thank you for coming. And I hope that makes you think. Because your life could be just, remember, you could be, how old are you? 24, right? 2 years, you're going to be what? 26.
We were having a hard time with
that. This is a really good question. What's going to be different in 2 years if you don't do anything or you do something? I'm going to tell you, if you make a decision to do this, you're going to have the best attitude you ever had. You're going to be more mentally fit, more physically fit, and you're going to live a great life. But if you don't plug in a positive mindset, positive success, and positive people, your life's just going to stay the same. And that would suck for me. And that's why I made my defining moment decision when I was 52. Now, you guys I've lived a bigger, longer life than you have, not some of you, but most of you.
Yeah.
So why not just make a change now? Do it now. Why are you waiting? Okay? That's what I say to you. So jump in, trust me, sign up, get going, get busy, and do it. All right? Thanks,
Great,
guys.
thanks.
Thanks.
Again, thanks for coming, everyone. Look, hang around. If you've got any questions, hang around as much as you need. We can sign people up, ready to roll as you need more information. Stay as long as you need. Okay, thanks for coming. I really appreciate your time. Hope it was worthwhile. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.